What is up, folks? It is I, Will, with Exposed in IWC. And today, we're going to be doing something a little different in the stream. Title of this video is what? What did I actually title the damn stream? I don't remember. Oh yeah, what's wrong and what's right? Basically what I said. What's good and what's wrong with the wrestling right now, basically. What's wrong, what's working, what's not working. That's really what I said. And in this video, I'm going to be going through different topics, different storylines, different situations in wrestling. I'm going to tell you if it's good or if it's not, if it's working, if it's not working. You can tell me if you agree with it, if you agree with me or not. And at the end of it, you give me your own topics and I'll discuss, because I actually put this together in about 30 minutes. So there's definitely some stuff I left out. Okay, but we're going through a bunch of topics here. I'm going to tell you, is it working in wrestling or is it not? Okay, is the character working? Is the character not working? Story working, story not working. You get the idea here, right? What's up, all? Andrew, Brianna, Lisa, Richard, what's up? Hope all is well. That's what we're gonna be doing. Tomorrow is SmackDown, by the way, for WWE fans. Just so you know, that'll be airing live on Netflix. If you are living outside the United States, that's around what? 7 UK, 6 in Europe PM. If you're in America and you are in possession of a VPN, if you have VPN, you can watch it live around 2 p.m. Eastern time. If not, you'll have to wait until USA Network broadcasts it at 8 p.m. Now I'm working from home on Friday, which is tomorrow. So I might have my other laptop with the SmackDown on, and maybe I'll use my VPN. I may watch it. I won't be paying that much attention to it, but I might just have it on, because it'll be hard for me to not watch or pay attention to what's going on. So I don't know how they're gonna handle it with the social media. If they're gonna wait until 8 p.m. Eastern time to start tweeting about the SmackDown, which is probably what they'll do. But the rest of the world will be watching it live on Netflix, just so you know. So I'll probably be watching it on Netflix as well, kind of in the background, and I'll see how much attention I pay to it, if I can or not. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So if you're in America, USA Network, 8 p.m. But you have VPN like me, you can watch it live on Netflix. It's probably what I'm gonna do. But we'll see. They are in Barcelona, in good old Spain, right? They're over there now. So yeah, that should be a good crowd, right? You would think probably good, but we'll see. Another shady thumbnail with Rhea. No, well, let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. First topic will be Stephanie. There's no real suspense here. Stephanie is working. Why? She's over as hell, which I saw coming, right? This woman is a money maker. She's money. Okay, she's obviously beautiful. She's obviously very talented in the ring. She speaks Spanish. So you have that market, right? You get hit in that market. She's basically, people were saying I was glazing before I said this. Stephanie Vaquer is perfect. And when I said that, I wasn't being a gooner. I'm saying she checks all the boxes, okay? She's great in the ring. She looks great. Great aura. She's just cool, has that cool factor. She was always going to be more over just about everybody else, because she's the complete package and she has everything going for her. Am I surprised one bit that she's more over than Julia? No, I even called it at the beginning. I called it. I said, making them both champions at the same time is interesting, considering Julia will probably not be as over as Stephanie. I called that months ago. People thought I was crazy. I called it months ago. Stephanie is always going to be more over as champion. And they just hit not even WWE. She's just amazing. I mean, you can't mess her up. It's very hard to mess her up. So they put both belts on her. Hopefully, I don't know what's going on with Julia. Julia may actually be injured, or she may have some visa issues. We don't know. But they made the decision to put both belts on Stephanie. I agree with the decision. She can handle it. She has that type of power, star power, that type of presence. She can walk around 2 belts easily. I don't mind it one bit. And I'm just over the moon for Stephanie. Okay, she's in my top 5. Great wrestler. And she is doing very well for herself in WWE. And they're lucky to get her. Okay, if you remember, it kind of happened by accident, right? They were not supposed to. She was not on the radar. She was not in the plans. But she had that match with Mercedes Moné. She did great. They realized she was available. They made an offer. Lucky for them, she always dreamed to be in the WWE. So because that was her dream, Shawn Michaels called her up, and the rest is history. Stephanie McCare is what's right about wrestling. Everything that is right about wrestling is Stephanie McCare. Can't mess her up. She just works on so many levels. Okay, so that's what's good, right? How about this? What do you think? This build, Tiffany, Charlotte Flair, is that what's working or not working? In Saudi Arabia, Lisa? How do you know that? I mean, come on, it's not easy. It's not a hard one, right? Not, and it even moves. Look, the X even moves. Not working. Why? Because with every WrestleMania build, there's always that one feud when the writers don't give a shit. This is one of them. They got so many other storylines they're focusing on, whether it be CM Punk, Seth, now Bianca, Rhea, Io. There's so many things to focus on. Something gets ignored. And this is the feud, unfortunately. We don't know why Charlotte Flair has picked Tiffany. Kind of stops there. I don't need to say anything else. Like, nothing else needs to be said. We don't know why Charlotte Flair picked Tiffany over Rhea Ripley or Julia, considering she said she wanted to be inspired. Tiffany didn't do anything to inspire her. She picked her. No rhyme, no reason. They don't bother explaining it. She went out there and she attacked Tiffany the other day. She cut her off by the knees. She's healed by Charlotte Flair. She's healed Tiffany, who's been healed her entire life. Her life. That's fine. That's a little dramatic. She's been healed her entire run in WWE. And now she's a face with no real explanation. She won the championship by a heel move. She took out Naomi, right? Now, granted, luckily for her, Naomi is now a heel. And Nia Jax is still a heel. So she screwed over people who are now heel. By the time Naomi was a face, she has made no real explanation or no real character motivation to be a face. So she should still be a heel. That doesn't make sense. Nothing about the build is good. It's awful. And it's unfortunate because I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. So yes, Tiffany, Charlotte is a bust right now. Again, with their priorities being elsewhere, I don't think this will change anytime soon. So yes, it's bad. Bad. Yeah, there's no promo to speak of. Like, again, we don't know the character motivation. We don't know why Charlotte Flair has picked Tiffany. It ends right there. Nothing else needs to be said. Until we know why that happened, until we know why the character made a decision, nothing can go past that. It's just dead. So I hope maybe tomorrow in Spain, after Charlotte Flair wrestles B-Fab, actually beats B-Fab, maybe Tiffany comes out there and Charlotte Flair, explains herself? I doubt that happens. Let me tell you what's probably going to happen tomorrow. She's going to beat B-Fab. She's going to put her in the figure 8. She's going to hold it on for longer than she needs to. The ref will say, stop, Charlotte, stop, Charlotte, stop. What's going to happen? Tiffany run out there. It's TV time. She'll run down there. Big pop from the crowd. She'll save B-Fab, and that'll be that. Book it. Okay? That's what's going to happen with no explanation, again, as to why she picked Tiffany, and it is unfortunate. So Tiffany will go save B-Fab tomorrow, and that'll be that. Moving on. So yes, that's a bust. It's not working in wrestling. This feud. Let's move on to the next one. The Seth Rollins, CM Punk stuff is great. Okay, this has been very, very good. Real emotion, real raw emotion here. They hate each other. You believe it. You feel it. The matches have been good. The storylines have been good. The promos have been great. Seth Rollins doesn't want CM Punk here. He hates him. He thinks CM Punk is using WWE. Now that it's hot, like when you were gone, you were hoped to burn down. You hated this place. But now that we're hot, come back, everybody's all cool with it. Nah, I'm not cool with it. I got a problem with you. I don't like you. Get out of here. CM Punk is like, I don't care what you think. I'm here, I'm home, and you're my little brother. Yeah, you looked up to me. You wanted to beat me. You're mad. You're not mad because they're chanting my name. You're mad because they weren't chanting your name. They're chanting my name louder than yours. I'm still more over than you. Hell, I was more over than you when I wasn't even here, and you're just upset. It all works. All makes sense. Now, bringing in Roman Reigns into it, will that make things more or less good? I don't know, but Roman Reigns has the whole connection to Paul Heyman. So does CM Punk. Gonna draw into that. That'll make itself make sense down the road, and that feud will then blossom even more. So right now they're gonna do this whole triple threat thing. Clearly, triple threat. I get why Roman Reigns hates Seth Rollins. The CM Punk thing will be interesting. It'll probably involve Paul Heyman. How will the Paul Heyman favor play into the feud? Because CM Punk still has that favorite in his back pocket. It's all good and compelling stuff. It's working very well. So yes, CM Punk, Seth Rollins is good. What's up, Keenan? How you doing? Now the match, he said it was a finisher spam. They did spam the finisher a lot. I don't like that. I always say that the finisher should be the end of the match. If anything, I would prefer them to counter the finisher. Just keep countering, counter until you hit it, and then the match ends. That way, down the line, when the person kicks out, it'll be a big moment. It'll get a big pop because, like, oh my God, they kicked out a finisher. That hardly ever happens. But when you have stomps and GTSs over and over again, and they're kicking out left and right, how are you supposed to get hype about the damn finish? Remember, go back and watch. Funny, just talked about it recently. WrestleMania 38, Bianca Belair against Becky Lynch, right? Go look at the reaction of the crowd when Bianca Belair lifts Becky Lynch up for the KOD. The crowd rolled to their feet, interrupted. You know why? They knew the match was going to be over. Because nobody in history has ever kicked out a KOD. Never happened. So when she lifts her up to the KOD, they're like, oh my God, this is the moment. It's the finisher. The match is about to end. Because no one kicks out of this. Got a big pop, right? Now, down the line, when somebody kicks out of it, it'll be Rhea Ripley, by the way. Rhea will do it. So down the line, when Rhea kicks out of it, it'll be a huge moment. Oh my God. The crowd go crazy because it never actually happens, right? No one ever kicks out of it. It's a big deal. So it's good to protect the finishers. So no, I don't like spam finishing in matches. I don't like that. When the wrestlers just spamming the finisher over and over again, keep kicking out, not a fan. Protect the finishers. That way the moments are bigger down the line. So yes, Seth, CM Punk, good shit. Moving on. Gunther, Jey Uso build. Is that a good or a bad in your minds? What do you think? Gunther, Jey Uso. I'll tell you what it is. Okay. It is a bad. Gunther promised that he was going to be punishing Jey Uso every week. Has he done that? Not really. This is all about Jey Uso's entrance. That's the big deal here. No. The feud has been disappointing. Nothing compelling from a character standpoint. Just a bunch of moments where Jey Uso's either wrestling, Gunther comes out to beat him up, or Gunther's out there and Jey comes down there to beat him up. They're trading run-ins. That's all they're really doing here. This match will not main event. Hell no. He probably wants to open up the show at Mania. 70,000 people eating. So I'm guessing night 1 or night 2 opener. The eats will be loud. They'll be plentiful. Plenty of them. But that'll be that. He'll beat Gunther. But this build has not been great. Bad build. Boring, bland, not interesting at all. Kind of feel sorry for Gunther. But it is what it is. So no, the Gunther Jey Uso build is not working. You all agree? Jey really finna be world champion soon. Yeah, he will be. Creative is struggling because Jey and Gunther have no new promos to say anything. Yeah, there's nothing interesting, compelling here. There's no storyline here of note. Just every time Jey has a match, Gunther comes out there. When Gunther has a match, Jey comes out there to make the save. It's all kind of bland. And again, there's another feud that's also similar, not as bad, but similar to Tiffany Charlotte Flair. This feud is getting pushed back because there's more pressing storylines that they care about. It's more of a priority, like Punk, Seth, Roman, like John Cena, Cody Rhodes, which we'll see the continuing. We'll see that storyline continue tomorrow, because by the way, John Cena is in Spain or he's in Brussels. No, he might be in Brussels. Never mind. Take it back. Cena will not be there tomorrow. He'll be in Brussels, Belgium, I believe. So no Cena tomorrow, but next week we'll see Cena. I wonder what would be the drawing point for tomorrow. Probably some Charlotte Flair stuff, maybe some Jade and Naomi stuff. But yeah, no Cena tomorrow. Moving on. But yeah, that feud is not great. Moving on to Naomi's character work, her heel turn. This is a plus, okay, or positive. Naomi is already more entertaining than whatever the hell Gunther and Jay is doing. Even on Twitter, she's entertaining and compelling. We now have a heel turn for Naomi. She feels like Bianca Belair, not grateful for the work she's done by taking out Jade. She felt Jade Cargill was freaking leeching off Bianca Belair, holding her coattails and not really putting in any real effort. And she thinks that Jade doesn't care about Bianca Belair. But ultimately, I really think deep down, the issue isn't so much that she thinks that Jade is bad for Bianca. She's jealous because Bianca and Jade were kind of doing their own thing, and she was part of Big Three, and she wasn't getting any shine or any type of attention, and she wanted that for herself. She took out Jade to better her own position, which is why it makes sense. Okay, Bianca Belair did not benefit from Jade going down. Naomi did. He was the one who benefited from it, which is why it makes sense. You see online, her and Jay going back and forth. It has been entertaining. I'm looking forward to this Naomi run. Already on Instagram and Twitter, she's going back and forth. It says here, oh y'all got me fucked up all the way up. I'm gonna end her. I will end her. So Tiffany, wow. Trinity 5'2", aka Naomi, is very much embracing the heel role. This is what you wanted. She was looking forward to this. And now we can see her cook as a heel. She changed her profile pic to Jade Cargill being knocked out on the car. She called her a bitch. Got plenty of likes, okay? This is going to be, she's taking pictures with Drew McIntyre and posting it, saying that great minds think alike, all right? She is very much enjoying this heel run. This is what she's wanted. A character change that she's sticking her teeth into. And I think this is going to be very good. I like what they did already with the turn with Bianca and her in the ring. That got a lot of numbers. Naomi will be cooking here. And I'm looking forward to what they do. I believe tomorrow, her and Jade will be in Spain. If it were me, I would put Trinity with Last Legend and Jakara Jackson. That's just me. I'm curious to see what they do here with Tiffany. I keep saying Tiffany because he's Trinity. With the Naomi, okay, it's not Tiffany, this is Trinity. I'm curious to see what they do with Naomi here and how they make this feud Mania worthy, because I think the plan is for Jade and Naomi to be on the Mania card. I do believe it'll be one-on-one. I think people need to embrace Naomi as a top heel now. Stop trying to force Bianca into this. It's not Bianca's storyline. It's now Jade, Naomi. Not Bianca, Jade, Naomi. It's just Jade, Naomi right now. Let them feud together. Let them cook. Will Jade probably beat Naomi? Sure, but doesn't matter who wins that match at Mania. It's about the character work. Let Naomi cook. Let her get her shits off. Let her tweet at Jade. Let's have some fun. But I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely a positive. Will Bianca be at SmackDown? I don't know. Did you travel to Spain? No clue. I know that her husband did. Montez is there. So why not her? If she can get to, where's Raw again? I'm talking about Bianca now. Raw will be in what? City. Raw is in Belgium. Yeah, Brussels. Yeah, that's where. Yeah, that's where the John Cena will be. Yeah, the John Cena will be in Raw. I kept thinking SmackDown for a second for Brussels because I thought that's where Cody is, but Cody be on Raw. So John will be on Raw. So will Cody Rhodes. So Raw is the big show in Belgium. That's a big show. But yeah, SmackDown. It says here Charlotte will be there tomorrow. Tiffany. I'm assuming Jade and Naomi, but I don't know about Bianca. I don't know about that one. I know Montez will be there. So Street Profits will be there, but I don't know about Bianca. I wonder what's happening in Germany. Because there is a live show in Germany. I don't know. I'm relatively sure Bianca will be in Belgium, though. I know that much. But I'm not sure about. I'm noticing that these freaking special, like feature special superstars don't have Bianca in here for whatever reason. So I'm not sure where she's gonna be. See here, this is gonna be the Brussels. See Liv, you see Raquel, you see Rhea Ripley, right? But no Bianca. Go to SmackDown. See Charlotte, see Tiffany. Not that this matters, because this can change. It doesn't really matter, right? But I don't see Bianca anywhere. She's in Europe for sure, though, right? Let's see. Germany, live show. Rhea, Liv, right? About other Germany show. Rhea, Liv. Yes, I don't know. I'm relatively confident she'll be on Raw, right? But SmackDown, I'm not sure. Let's look at Italy. Yep. She'll be in, according to this, she'll be in Italy on SmackDown. So why not tomorrow? Yeah, so right now I would say she'll be there. Montez is there, she'll be there. That's what we'll say. She'll be there tomorrow. Hope you see Rhea Ripley wrestle on Raw soon. Her and Bianca need to wrestle. If you're challenging, if you're chasing the title, you should wrestle. Moving on. Rhea Bloody Ripley. Is it working or not? Is it working or no? I'm gonna say no. Why? Well, here's the thing about Rhea Ripley's character right now. I kind of wish that backstage segment didn't happen. You know, the one that people were praising, the one that I was praising, where she talked about how, you know, she always does the wrong thing. She took her eyes off the ball. She's like, there's no such thing as friends, and she always gets too caught up. She always talk about her mistakes. She shows some vulnerability. She shows some insecurities. She showed some development. She showed some growth. She showed some introspection. All that stuff was there. And then the next show, it was all gone. They talk about how it's my fault. I got to blame myself. Can't really blame Bianca. Can't really blame Io. And the next Raw, she's like, Bianca, why are you out there? Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense. Now, Charlotte Flair said she's just a kid. Which is funny, right? Rhea, you're just a kid. And that would have worked for this attitude that she's showing right now. It's kind of childish. That would have worked. But the problem is she had that promo. Now there's some inconsistencies and some, like, the writers not on the same page with Rhea Ripley. I almost want to say that that promo she gave was off the cuff. It wasn't really written. That was her work. And now they're like, nah, Rhea Ripley, we don't want you to do that. We want you to go out there and be a child and act like a kid, which is fine, but we need some consistency. Right now, what people are complaining about is that, oh my God, Rhea Ripley finally showed some vulnerability. He finally showed some character work, and she's kind of more layered now, more interesting, much more layered. But now, like, oh, she's back to being like, you know, gun ho. I'm above it all. I'm not wrong. You're wrong. I'm Rhea Ripley, and what I say goes. And get out of my face. It's not very interesting. So that's a problem with Rhea Ripley. Doesn't seem consistent, and I just think that they had something good going with the backstage promo she did after she lost, and now they just reneged on it, and now we don't know where we stand with Rhea Ripley, and it's kind of weird. I mean, she's kind of like blatantly like ignoring the obvious. It's one thing to behave like a child. It's one thing to behave like a child. It's another thing to completely ignore the obvious. Like, Rhea Ripley, you're a wrestler. You know it's not weird for people to stand out there and be outside the ring watching the match. That's not weird. It happens all the time. Why are you tripping? There's clear video evidence of Bianca Belair clapping for her and Io. I posted it on Twitter. Bianca Belair is clapping for both her and Io. So, like, one thing to be childish and immature, one thing to be like oblivious to reality. I don't know. We'll see what happens going forward, if it's any good. But right now, I gotta give a thumbs down to Rhea Ripley's character work until it becomes consistent, or until the storyline continues and maybe makes more sense. Because right now, you can't have both ways. Pick a lane. Either she's immature as a kid, or she's having some introspection, she's learning and she's growing and she's has more layers. Just pick one. It can't be both. But the storyline that they put them in is not bad yet. Her Bianca Belair having a beef, have an issue. That's all fine. With Io Sky kind of being in the background, she's kind of like stepping forward and saying, "No, pay attention to me. I'm the champion." All that works, but from talking about Rhea Ripley's character alone, it's not the best. You expect a character arc after just 1 week? No, I want something consistent in IY. You be consistent. If I say, I don't know what TV you watch, okay? The character says A, B, C. And the next day he says D, E, F. That's a lack of consistency, okay? If I came over here and said, you know what, guys, here's the thing. My favorite wrestler, Bianca Belair, she's great, you know, and this is all the reasons why she's great. In the next stream, I said, by the way, guys, Bianca sucks. She's awful, and this is why she's terrible. You're like, what the hell is going on with this streamer? The guy's not consistent. He's all over the place. It's not about character arc. It's about consistency. Her character arc is not to be complete. Just be consistent. If she's going down the path of, hey, I have problems. I'm always making the wrong decisions with my friendships. I'm lonely. I'm isolated. All that stuff. You continue that. Okay, and then you can have an actual character arc that's completed in the end. But it can't be wiffle waffling. That doesn't make any sense to me. Pick a lane and continue the arc. I'm not saying the arc should be finished. I thought we were on the beginning of arc last time when she had that backstage promo. It should have been the beginning of it, but now it's not. It's just not consistent. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, I want consistency from the character. I would hope if next week she comes out there and says, "Well, actually, Bianca, it was my fault." I'm like, okay, pick a lane. And the following week she says, Bianca, it's your fault. I'll hope people be upset. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. You want consistency from your characters. Consistency. All right, that's all I'm asking for. All right. Let's move on from Rhea Ripley and her inconsistent character to talk about Io. I'm going to give you the check right now, okay? Io Sky getting a check. Why? Well, Io Sky has been... I like what they're doing. Clearly, last segment we had, just the beginning, we were starting this run, but the last segment we got on SmackDown was all about Io Sky, really. You watch it back, the entire segment was about getting Io over. Started a segment with Io Sky in the ring, thanked the crowd gave her a chance, yada yada. They brought out Bianca Belair. Brought out Rhea Ripley. They ignored her, they disrespected her, and then she slapped the shit out of both of them. They booked a segment, her to slap the two biggest stars in the division, and it did nothing. The entire segment was about Io, really. in hindsight, it's all about getting her over. Got the biggest moment, the slaps. Who gets away with slapping Bianca Belair? Who gets away with slapping Rhea Ripley? She slapped them both. And it did nothing. It was all about her. That's what the segment was. Establishing Io Sky as the champion and establishing her character that she's like she's not gonna be disrespected. She's not gonna be overlooked. That's what the segment was about. Okay, and it worked because the crowd was cheering for her at the beginning of the segment, and they were cheering for her at the end of the segment. So it was a well done segment. I'm liking what they're doing here. I believe now I'm leaning towards Io Sky retaining. Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm done with predicting Triple H, but if I had to guess, I'd say Io Sky will retain. I feel like that story here. I feel like Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are on the same level. Think about it. They went out there, they faced off, they both got slapped. They both got slapped. Equal standing, equal footing. I wanted Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair to both not have the title heading into Mania. Equal footing. I believe coming out of Mania, they'll be on equal footing. No championship belts. Okay? And they chose Io to be the champion while telling the story. The story is about Bianca and Rhea Ripley, but they wanted to establish that Io Sky is the champion and she's not taking any mess. But I do believe ultimately the story of the eventual triple threat match will be about Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley be going at each other as rivals, while Io Sky, the champion, finds a way to retain. And that's fine. That gives Io her championship moment. It's good for her. We all love Io here. And as long as the storyline for Bianca and Rhea Ripley is fine and it's good, I don't care about the Mania match. Will that mean that Bianca Belair's Mania streak is over? Yes. We'll see if they even mention it. We'll see. I think it'd be very telling. It'd be very, very telling if they don't mention the Mania streak at all, right? The commentary, if the storyline does not mention it at all, I think we know what time it is. If they don't mention it, she's losing. And so will Rhea Ripley lose, okay? That I'm sure of. I'm sure that Rhea Ripley will not win. That I'm sure of. And I think I'm starting to lean towards Bianca Belair also not winning. Io Sky getting her moment in the sun to retain. But again, I like what they're doing here. I'm a fan of this so far for Io Sky and how they're going out of the way to establish her as the champ. And we'll see how it all plays out. Rhea costing Bianca her streak. I agree with that, Richard. I can see that happening. I can see a scenario where Bianca Belair delivers the KOD to Io. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, break up by Rhea Ripley. I can almost envision it. I almost see it so clearly that Bianca Belair will hit the KOD. So we have to win. Because again, we know because of the finisher, which is why finishers are important to protect. Okay, Bianca Belair finisher is protected. So we know when you hit that thing, the match is over. So hit the KOD, go for the pin, Rhea Ripley will break it up. I almost see it like so clearly. It's almost like that's gonna happen. Book it, write it down, mark it, bookmark my comment right here. It'll happen. Bianca will hit the KOD on Io, and Rhea will break it up. And ultimately, Io will sneak the win. She'll retain. And Bianca and Rhea Ripley will be left in the ring, staring at each other, realizing, "Oh, you cost me." And she'll say, "You cost me." And the rivalry will continue. Hell, I can even see a scenario where Bianca Belair and Rhea both go to the Queen of the Ring final. Queen of the Ring final is Bianca versus Rhea for a chance to challenge Io at SummerSlam. That could be the first one-on-one match between Bianca and Rhea. Or they can have one of them lose in the semifinal and not pull the trigger there. But I'll not be surprised if we got Bianca and Rhea Ripley in Saudi Arabia for the Queen of the Ring final. Winner faces Io. Then the winner beats Io. And then you do another match at Mania 101. But I do believe this is all the beginning of a storyline. We're getting a long-term build toward Bianca Rhea Ripley. Right now, Io is the title holder. We will see how much character work. 'Cause I think this is a good start, but we'll see. Time will tell how much to give Io, right? We'll see. Don't see Rhea Ripley getting pinned. I mean, she's been pinned by Io plenty of times already. What's one more? Also, Bianca's been pinned by Io, so it doesn't really matter. They've both been pinned by Io. And because it's a triple threat match, because it's a triple threat, they can protect them in that way, right? It's very easy to protect people in triple threat. So it won't be like a very, very bad pin. It'd be a very, very strong pin. Because you can have like multiple finishers landed on the person, right? It's very easy to protect people in triple threat matches. It's very easy to be protected. I think Rhea Ripley needs a break from the title picture. I think she's going to get one. She's not getting the belt back. I think Io retains or Bianca wins. Rhea winning is the last option. I do believe she will not be a champion for a while. He wants her in the Queen of the Ring. He wants her in those big spots. I don't think they're going to have her walking around with the belt anytime soon. I think Io will retain or Bianca wins. But I'm leaning more towards Io retaining now. Ever since the new title debuted, it's been hogged by Rhea Ripley. Definitely needs a break. Needs to take a break until Perth, PLE. Yeah, Rhea not winning the belt back. Not anytime soon. But she will beat Io Sky eventually. Like before she wins the belt back, she'll beat Io. Whether she's champion or not, she'll beat Io at the time. By that I mean whether Io is champion or not, Rhea will beat her before she wins the championship. All right, let's move on to the next one. We all love Io, right? Let's move on to the next one. The Death Rider storyline in AEW. Now, this came to a head at the AEW Revolution pay-per-view when the main event was panned by fans and critics as being a terrible end to a great pay-per-view. And how did it reward us? How did they pay us off? By giving us another match between Cope and Mox. This is one of the worst top of the card storylines I can remember. Nobody really knows what Mox wants or desires. And it's really, really a bland, bad, and boring. You have two old guys. At a time where you have a lot of younger talent that's exciting, like Swerve, like Ospreay, like all these people. They're relying on Mox and Adam Copeland and Cope, two older guys that had a stint in the WWE. It doesn't make any sense to me, okay? The main event at the pay-per-view was terrible. You have another match, another street fight. Like, didn't we just do this? Like, what are you doing? Do you realize the last match was bad? So you make us watch another one that'll be better this time around? It's awful, okay? I don't need to have that much explanation here. The Death Rider storyline is garbage. And it's terrible. And it's the top of the card. This is their top storyline. And it's garbage. What a disgrace. What a... Wow. Sorry to the people involved. Pac, Yuta. I mean, it's all bad. Okay, it's terrible. I won't say anything more about this storyline. It doesn't deserve any more attention. It's bad. Beep, 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 beep. It's bad. Moving on. Something good. Saya Kamatani's reign. So for those of you who are not fans of Stardom, I'll give you a quick rundown, okay? Saya Kamatani was a babyface for basically her entire run. She turned heel when she turned on Micah like last year. And people were disappointed. They said that she was not a good heel. It'd be bad. It was forced. And sure enough, they were wrong. Okay, this woman is putting on bangers. Not only is she putting on bangers, but the character work is awesome. It's interesting. It's compelling. It's layered. This woman is a full-on heel, right? She's a full-on heel. But even within the heels, her heel work, which will be like this more diabolical heel, there's nuance, there's layers, because you can see that deep down, this is my interpretation of her performance. deep down, you can see underneath all that heel work, the old Saya is there. The good Saya is there. And you see that in her performance with the hesitation before delivering the final move. When she sees Tam Nakano on the ground and she's almost like fighting herself to like, no, stay in character, stay bad. It's very, very good. It's endearing, it's compelling, it's emotional. She's very, very good at what she does. You can see the layers in her performance, in her eyes, in the way she moves her head. Everything she's doing right now, she's firing on all cylinders. But right now, she's the wrestler of the year for me. Taking everything into account, not just in ring, but the in ring, the character work, the storytelling. Taking everything into account, I think she's doing the best work right now over Toni Storm, over all of them. I think Saya Kamitani, I think she's killing it, and I just think her performances are always layered and interesting. And I would not be surprised if eventually she turns back to being the face or being at least being more of a tweener, because I think within her performance there are layers, and I think it's all very interesting what she's doing out there. So I will give Saya Kamitani all her flowers. She's very, very impressive. She's working right now. Everything she's doing is very, very good. And I think, oh yeah, by the way, currently has the best match of the year for women, in my opinion. By the way, you can watch that match for free right now on Stardom's account on YouTube because they gave it to us for free. Okay, so you can go watch that match now if you wanted to. Right? Match of the year for me right now. You can watch that right now on the Twitter. Okay, can you watch that right now? If I can pull up the tweet properly, here it is. Boom. Number 1, Saya Kamitani against Tam Nakano. That is free to watch on YouTube right now. Okay, right now as we speak, you can watch this on YouTube for free. No excuses. But yeah, within her performance is all very layered. It's interesting. It's compelling. It's great. She shows emotion. She's sad. Some people, when they heels, they only show anger. They only show like, no, she shows so many layers. She can be sad. She can be happy. She can be disappointed. She can show frustration. She can show like hurt. She can be hurt within her performances. She's all great. Very, very talented. Amazing. Great work. People who can hate on her are crazy. They're wrong. Great heel work. Great talent. Awesome in the ring. She's moving up the ranks for me. She's in my top 5 now. She's just great. I can't say enough. Saya Kamitani, Starlight Kid are probably the only two I think that can realistically catch Sareee for right now. Because right now, when it comes to Wrestler of the Year, Sareee has, in my opinion, right, this is my top 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. When you have 4 matches in the top 10, you're Wrestler of the Year, right? So far. But I do believe Saya has some matches coming up. She has a 1 spot. She has a match with Tam coming up again. She has a match with Starlight Kid coming up again. Saya, Starlight Kid are the 2 I think that have a chance to catch Sareee this year for Female Wrestler of the Year. But we'll see how it goes. Stephanie has a chance, I guess. But here's the thing. The Joshi world, they have more of a chance to cook in the ring. They have longer matches. And they have more opportunities. It becomes more rapid at more rapid pace than in WWE or even AEW. So because they have more options to perform, more options, more time to cook in the ring, and more opportunities, if you find that the Joshis will end up being at the top of the list. That's just how it is. So I think Sareee, Starlight Kid, Saya Kamitani, that's pretty much your race. And maybe you may get like a surprise from an EO later this year, or Stephanie. Maybe Mercedes can get in there and challenge. But it all depends on how they're booked. Sareee, she kind of cheats a little bit, right? I say she cheats, but she books herself, right? She has her own shows, so you can book yourself. You have bangers. Like this match was her production. Sareee against Shuri, that's her production. That's her show. Sareee against Mako, I believe that's her show as well. That's her production. That's her show. So you can book your own match. Very easy to have a banger, right? Whereas with some other talent, you're at the mercy of the producers. You're at the mercy of the writers. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Aside Kamatani, great, super talented. I'm in awe of her work, and she's great. No, Mayu, are you serious with me? Tell me what Mayu Iwatani match should be in the top 10. What one-on-one singles match for Mayu Iwatani should be in the top 10? I'm all ears for this year. In the year of our Lord 2025, what Mayu Iwatani match should be here? Please, you'll be wrong. I'm kidding. It's all a matter of opinion, right? But tell me. Tell me what match. Let me know. Can't find one. You can't find one. Because she hasn't had that banger yet. Not this year. Not of this ilk. Not yet. She's been wrestling with Momo Kohgo. She's been too busy wrestling in the tag team division with Momo Kohgo. Okay. So I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. But I'm all ears. If you can tell me what match you think she deserves to be in the top 10. Match with Azumi was short. I got a 10-minute match. Remember that one? Very, very short. So yeah, that's not a top 10. Mayu Aura alone? I see where this is going. Okay. When she has a match that deserves to be on the list, should be on the list. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. I want to give time at the end for you guys to add your own. With Bianca and Io back in singles, no doubt there'll be more. Yeah, so Io already had a match already, right? She already had one for me, right? With Rhea already. And that was a TV match. That was a TV match. So I'll assume that Bianca and Io will have their fair share of moments. And when it's there, when it deserves to be on the list, I'll put it on the list. I'm a fair contributor. If we can have Tessa Blanchard number 2 for crying out loud. She's accused of being a racist, right? That's what she's accused of. And I have her as number 2, okay? So I'm a fair-minded guy. So yes, whoever deserves to be in the top 10, I'll put in the top 10. But yeah, Mayu has not had a match yet. That's Bianca. She's my favorite. Where's Bianca? Not on the list. Doesn't deserve it yet, in my opinion. You put Sari on a pedestal, and she's not even better than Io or Utami. Okay. I will say that I agree with you. Not better than Io in a ring. But her performances and her work has elevated her to being the best, right? Doesn't matter who you think is better in the ring. It's all about your performances. If Io was cooking in the ring like Sari, I say she's the best. Right now, Sari deserves to be the best. Now, Sari, like I said before, I even said it, she books herself. She books herself. If Io is booking herself, she have more bangers. And I say Io is the best right now, right? But she is restricted by her booking, right? Right now, she did not get to book herself. So she can't put herself in with in the ring with hoopers. So she has to be, she has to wait until Triple H says, "Hey, Io, go cook in the ring now." Whereas Sari can book her own matches. She has more freedom in Japan to have bangers. She can wrestle Mako. She can wrestle Vinny. She can wrestle Shuri. She can wrestle whoever, Utami, right? More frequently. Whereas Io doesn't have that catalog. Not that she's not capable. I agree. She's better in the ring than Sari. She's a better wrestler in the ring than Sari. But that doesn't matter when talking about the best. Right now, Sari is delivering banger after banger after banger, more quality, more better matches right now. So she's the best. That's how it works. If that's the case, Io will be the best forever until she retires. That's not how it works. It's about performances. It's about your catalog. It's about what you're doing. Right now, Sari's the best. Okay? That's how, look at the top 10. Sari, Sorry, I'm not saying that because I'm biased. That's what you're doing. I don't love Tam Nakano. She's not my favorite. Tam's not my favorite. But guess what? She had a banger with Saya. So she's up there. Tessa Blanchard. Am I a fan of Tessa Blanchard as a person? No. But guess what? She had a banger with Jordynne Grace. So she's number 2. It's all about fairness and opportunity. All right. Let's move on. What time on that? Let's talk about, speaking of Stardom, hate and bad. Okay, this faction has run its course in its current setting. This is the faction that Saya Kamatani is responsible for, or she's in, right? You're right there in the middle. You have Momo, you got Arena, you got Tekla, you got Konami, you got talented women in there. But this faction, I believe, needs to change in some way or fashion. It's getting boring. Hate is the only heel faction in all of Stardom. Only heel faction. There's like 8 women in there. I'm like, can we have maybe some turmoil within the group? Some friction, some complications within the group? Something that's interesting here. Right now, every match for Hate, they're interrupting the match, they're interfering. It's not going anywhere. Tekla's beating up on Taro Okada. I don't care about that. She's always fighting Taro Okada, it seems like. She always has beef with the president. I'm over that. I'm over Hate. Do something interesting here. If it were up to me, I'd have Saya and Momo, Arena, leave Hate and reform freaking Queen's Quest, crying out loud. I'm tired of this faction as it stands. Change it up. Have some friction. Hell, they should have already done Saya beefing with Natsuko Tora. They should have already had that situation. Why is Saya not the leader? Saya Kamatani is the champion. Shouldn't she be eyeing for the leadership of this damn group? We should already have Saya versus Natsuko Tora. It already should have happened. Do something interesting here. Am I wrong? They should have Saya Kamatani feuding with Natsuko Tora, have her take over the damn group, do something. Right now, this faction is bland and it's repetitive. And Momo, I feel sorry for Momo. I feel sorry for really just Momo, to be honest with you. Do something interesting, change it up. I mean, what are we doing here? I don't know why they even bothered putting what's her face in there? Tomoka. Not Tomoka, that's her sister. Inabe. I don't know why Inabe's in there. A younger sister. I don't know why they put her in that group. Unnecessary. Do something else with Hate. Is that fair? I think it's fair. All right, Andrew, see you later. Moving on. Partnership between WWE and TNA. This is a massive win. Massive win. Shawn Michaels is cooking here. Got Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy mixing it up with the WWE talent with Fraction. You got Moose against freaking Obafemi. Got Cora Jade feuding with Masha Slamovich. Got crossover that's interesting, compelling. Keep things fresh. Keep things feeling big and important. What a win. You did Joe Hendry last year. You did Jordynne Grace last year. It's all working great. Everybody's benefiting. I believe tonight you're going to see. They taped this match a long time ago. But tonight you're going to see Cora Jade and Tessa Blanchard teaming up against Masha and I want to say Lina. Not Lina. That's the tennis player. Xia Li. I said Lina. Xia Li. You're going to see Xia Li teaming up with Masha Slamovich against Tessa and Cora Jade tonight, I believe. That was taped a long time ago, 3-4 weeks ago. You'll see that tonight. Crossover is all compelling, it's fresh, it's all great. Shawn Michaels is cooking. It's all very good. So yeah, this is a big win for wrestling. WWE partnership with TNA has been awesome. Yeah, just hope that Cora Jade stays healthy. She had a rough moment in her last match against Jordynne Grace. She had a head injury. She seems to be recovered and she'll be ready for Sacrifice. I believe Sacrifice is next Sunday. Next Thursday? Let me see. NXT Sacrifice. Oh, it's this tomorrow. Friday. Well, excuse me. Wow. Is it really? Sacrifice is tomorrow. What time? Well, lucky for me, I'll be watching SmackDown live on Netflix at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so I can focus on Sacrifice. I didn't realize it was freaking tomorrow. I thought it was Saturday. Well, for the record, folks, TNA Sacrifice is tomorrow, Friday. Is that for real? It is for real. That's crazy. TNA. We can watch Cora Jade lose to Masha Slamovich tomorrow. Now, you could argue maybe you should have Cora Jade to win, but I doubt that happens. It could be a strategic move, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Wait, where's TNA? Sacrifice. That's tomorrow. Cora Jade, Masha Slamovich tomorrow. Yes, the partnership has been great for WWE and TNA. So yeah, look forward to that match. I talked about this earlier. Tonight, tag team match. Cora Jade and Tessa Blanchard teaming up against Masha and Xia Li. Xia Li, you know that's not her name. I can't remember her real name, her new name, but yeah. So TNA has been enjoying the WWE bump. Good stuff all around. So it's all good. Masha will be all elite one day. I won't be surprised. I'm not convinced that the WWE are very much interested in Masha. Could be wrong. But I'm not convinced. Masha Slamovich is a very good wrestler, but doesn't have that star power, that quality of a Jordynne Grace. I don't think. So, I'd be wrong, but I'm not sure the WWE are knocking on her door right now, but we'll see what happens later on. Look at these ladies. You got Tiffany. You got Lena Vega, Kathy Kelly, enjoying the scenes in Spain. Isn't that nice? Isn't that great? Look at that. Good old time in Spain. Cool. Anyway, moving on. That's good, right? We can all agree there. Partnership is good. When does Aleister Black debut? No clue. And the last one I'll say here was not working. Lyra's run as the IC champion. Is it her fault? No, it's not. It's the WWE's fault in their booking. Because like I said before last week, if you are a babyface champion, you are screwed, Vato. All right? Typically, they don't like writing for babyface champions, so it ends up being very, very bland and boring. Right now, Lyra was walking around backstage doing a lot of nothing. It's very unfortunate. She needs a heel to be proactive so she can be reactive. You haven't figured out her character yet? Hopefully now that they have Raquel Rodriguez lined up for her, maybe that whole Judgment Day angle with Lyra, with Liv and Raquel all together, maybe that can spark some story beats here, some character work for Lyra. But right now, the IC title has been not really presented very well. Lyra is a good wrestler. She's a hooper. She's good on the mic. But her character work has been lacking. Not her fault. It's all in the writing. If you're a babyface champion, I'm telling you, the babyfaces do not get that much attention from the creative teams. So I'm going to say on that. And that is an hour. And that wraps up what I have for you guys. So those are all the good things and bad things working right now in wrestling that I could come up with on the fly, right? So in conclusion, Lyra title run, not good. TNA WWE, good. Hate the faction, not good. Sai Kamatani, good. Death Riders, garbage. Start of Io's reign, handled very well. Rhea Ripley's character work, inconsistent. Doesn't make sense. The beginning of Naomi's heel turn, good. Gunther Jay, bad build. CM Punk Seth, good build. Charlotte Flair Tiffany, horrible. We still don't know why Charlotte Flair picked Tiffany. That's god awful. And of course, Stephanie Vaquer, home run hit, money, perfect, ready-made superstar. Not much had to be done with this woman. She came ready to go. Thoughts? Tiffany is booked pretty good as a face champion, same as Io as of now. I disagree. I think Tiffany's face run makes no sense. They haven't explained the change in her character at all. And I think she's struggling to cut promos live in the ring, which is always her problem. She's good backstage, but I think she's a natural heel. And because they didn't do what they usually do, if you noticed in NXT, they usually give talent a face run and a heel run. Roxanne Perez started off as a face, now she's a heel. Kalani Jordan started off as a face, now she's a heel. Even Jada Parker had a short little face run. Typically, you get a face run and a heel run in NXT, so you have both experiences, so you can try it out and test it out. Tiffany was never a face in NXT, never. And now you're turning her face with the bright lights in a Mania match with Charlotte Flair. It was a misstep. And I'm sure the match will be good, but they did not think this through. They did not think it through at all. Definitely probably one of the best signings WWE has made. I agree. I think she'd be a Hall of Famer. I think she'd be a multiple-time champion. I think she's money, especially for that Latin market. For those Spanish-speaking markets, home run hit, international superstar, money to be made. Babyface Tiffany as champion against Charlotte Flair is not a good decision at all. No. They should have brought Charlotte Flair back as a face. They should have had her. They didn't do the work to do it though. Should have been more sympathetic towards her, showed her struggle, showed her comeback, had her face Nia Jax to begin with. It's common sense. You have Charlotte Flair feud with Nia Jax right away. At first. Don't win the Rumble. Either she comes back a month before the Rumble, maybe she comes back and she feats with Nia Jax, and then she wins the Rumble. That would work. That would work better. But the decision they made to have her come up and just win the Rumble, give her heel vignettes, and then she comes out there and says, "Hey, I miss you guys," doesn't work. It was very weird. Now they're pivoting to her being a full-on heel, but we don't know why. It's almost like, well, we had a plan for Tiffany and Charlotte Flair, and because we're pivoting, we don't want to explain the pivot. So Charlotte, go out there and attack Tiffany, just attack her, and that'll be that. We can't really explain it because this is not the plan we wanted to do. We wanted you to be a face, or at least a tweener, but we don't want to think about it how to make this work now. So just go out there and attack her, and that'll be that. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Well, I challenge you, Dark. I challenge you to go back and watch her before she got injured. Charlotte Flair was getting cheered heavily and loud. Go back and watch her. Came back from her time off. After she lost to Rhea Ripley, she came back. Go watch her. She's being cheered. Even with a heel promo, she was being cheered. They wanted her to come back. They wanted her to show up and be Charlotte Flair. The problem was the execution this time around. Hell, go back and watch her promo against Asuka and Adam Pearce. Remember when they told her, you really need to get in line. So I don't make the line. What you say? I don't get a line. Yay! I made the line. Yay! Crowd was cheering her every step of the way before she got injured. She was a face getting cheered. Who has like short-term memory? She was being cheered as a face before she got injured. Matter of fact, I'm bored. I'm gonna pull it up right now. He was a face being cheered by the crowd. Charlotte Flair, Asuka. It's all about timing. It's all about timing, right? Here, Charlotte Flair is showing up, right? First of all, let me see if you can hear this.
Pleasure to present this, the brand new WWE Women's Championship.
Pop from the crowd.
What are we doing? Charlotte, listen, I know what you're trying to do, at least I think I do.
You hear the woos?
I think I know what you're trying to do, but listen, you kind of need to get in line.
Boo.
Excuse me? I don't wait in line. I made the line. Woo!
That's hilarious to me. She's hilarious to me. I swear she is. But she's being cheered. Go back and watch it. Then she continued to get more cheers, more cheers. She was teaming up with Bianca Belair, getting more cheers. And then she got injured. But go back and watch. She was being cheered as a face. That's how it works. They made a mistake. They made a mistake. Simple as that. I don't wait in line. I made the line. Hilarious. But yeah, she was being cheered. What are Zoe Stark's Mania plans? She doesn't have any, unfortunately. People know dropped the ball on Liv Rhea Ripley feud and the Nia Tiffany feud. Yes, I agree. Liv Rhea stuff should have been better. And the Nia Tiffany stuff should have been better as well. In fact, he had Nia Jax go over to Raw and feud with Rhea Ripley after Tiffany cashed in on her. It was ridiculous. How do you have Nia get cashed in on, but then go feud with Rhea Ripley? It was all a sham, right? That was just a misstep to me. I get why he did it. He did it because he wanted to have Rhea Ripley have someone that she could face that was threatening to her. But that's your fault. You could have built up someone to take down Rhea Ripley or someone to be imposing, but you didn't book her that way. You booked everybody to be inferior to her, so you had no choice but to go freaking pull Nia Jax from SmackDown because you had no one else to pull, or nobody to put in, no one else to put in that position because of how you booked everybody else. That's your own problem. Book the women stronger, and then you won't have to worry about it. That's what I say, but it is what it is. Liv should have won the Chamber. She completely surpassed Bianca as a main eventer. I'm assuming that's a joke, so I'm gonna let you have that joke. I'm not gonna react to that message whatsoever. Flossie. Any other comments, questions, concerns? She surpassed Bianca as a main eventer. In what universe? As a part of the NXT and TNA crossover, you can have Masha appear on NXT and have an open challenge for her title. Have her defended against Soruka, Zarya, Lola Vice, and maybe Natalya. Yeah, you can do that. But the problem is, I don't think Masha will be champion that long for that to happen. If you ask me, Tessa Blanchard is coming. She's coming fast. I see Tessa Blanchard beating her within the next 2 to 3 months. In fact, after the Core Jade feud, going straight to Masha, Tessa Blanchard. Straight away. No room to breathe. So after Masha beats Core Jade, her next feud will be Tessa Blanchard. That's the next feud. So that can't happen. When will Zarya turn on Soruka? Sometime before Stand and Deliver. Charlotte should have feuded with Liv coming back. Then who would have faced Tiffany? Remember, the IWC wanted this match. All they said for months. We want Charlotte Tiffany. We want Charlotte Tiffany. Well, you got it. You got it, IWC. You got what you wanted. People has done 4 to 5 playthroughs on My Rise. Oh, you guys played 2K? WWE 2K? Live past Io and Bianca. Past her in what? Past them in what? It's Soul versus Chelsea Green next week. It sure is. Does Zarya turn on her there? No, I don't think so. Because remember, there's going to be Piper Niven, and it's going to be Alba Fire in Chelsea's corner. I think Zarya will be in her corner at first. I think the heel turn will happen a little later down the line. I don't think it's going to happen until next week. I think she'll be there to help her out, but it won't work out because the big X factor is now Alba Fire. She's the big X factor. One thing to deal with Piper Niven, but now they got to deal with freaking Alba Fire, and that's a whole different can of worms. So Tiffany should have feuded with Nia Jax. I agree. I don't have the game yet. You getting a standard edition? Okay, Keenan. Marquee matches are needed for big shows. No marquee matches in the women's division, including Liv. It's interesting because Liv Morgan and Raquel are now tag team champions. What's next on the horizon there? Right now, Raquel is in the damn IC title reign or chase. So no tag team on the way anytime soon. No tag team match. So I don't know when they're going to defend those titles. Maybe at Mania. Probably at the earliest. But who will challenge for that title? I don't know. Maybe Lash Shakara. Maybe Asuka. No, Asuka will be out longer. So no Asuka Kyrie. Maybe Dakota Kai Kyrie. So it'll either be Dakota Kai Kyrie or maybe Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Ever thought of streaming 2K? No, I haven't thought about that. Did Piper and Alba Fire attack Zarya next week? Or do they? I think so. Well, not during the match, so no. I think they'll just all be out there. I think Zarya will be in Soruka's corner, and I think Alba Fire and Piper Niven will be in Chelsea Green corner. So it'll be 2-on-3. Some people think that Liv will feud with Charlotte Flair SummerSlam season because SummerSlam is in Jersey. Nah, I don't think so. Feel bad for Dom. Dude sacrificed the entire 2024 to put Liv over, and the bald fraud still managed to fuck up the storyline. I think Dom is fine. He's in a good spot with Judgment Day. Watched Invincible Season 3. Yes, I'm watching it. I've not seen the finale. So I'll watch that today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. What else is going on? Before I wrap it up. The TNA starts in 15 minutes. If you care about that, watch that in 15. Let's see. Anything else I forgot to mention or you want me to talk about before I wrap it up? I'm not seeing anything. Asuka been tweeting a lot, so I'm happy that she is feeling in better spirits. Drew, please don't get me put out. I love my home. Funny stuff. Where did it freaking go? What the? Let me fix it real quick. Because Drew says, married into the wrong family. And Trent said, I love my home. Funny stuff. So Trinity's having a ball online. Naomi's killing it. She's having a ball with this new character. I'm happy for her. I'm truly happy for her. I hope that they continue to book her well. Bianca Belair put up an Instagram video, and I'm gonna say nothing. What else? What's going on here? Let's see. Anything else? Bailey Hogan. Sam has some very, very interesting tweets, to say the least. Some may argue and say it is engagement farming. After her loss to Raquel on Monday, Bailey is now a joint top for the most losses in the WWE in 2025 with 8. Not to mention, she was also eliminated in the first in the Elimination Chamber match. Where are the people saying Bailey Hogan now? Were people saying Bailey Hogan? Were they saying that? I didn't, but I know that. That's kind of hilarious. Why would we be saying Bailey Hogan, for crying out loud? Let's see. Bailey is in an interesting spot right now. She is not in the title picture. Will she be feuding with Roxanne Perez at Stand and Deliver? Maybe, but she's not really doing anything much right now. Yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me about Bailey. I have no idea what they're doing. No clue. No clue. Stephanie Hogan. That's a lie. Let me search Stephanie Hogan real quick. Search Stephanie Hogan and see what comes up. They have no shame. Whoever started that. Oh, there are some Stephanie Hogans. Not that much, but I swear these people have no shame. They realized Julia was a dud. See, this triggering. They say stuff like this to get a rise out of people. Stop falling for the bait. Don't fall for the bait. They realized Julia was a dud. What? Yeah, this is a person trying to get a rise out of people, and you're buying it. You're freaking feeding the troll. Don't feed the troll. You don't. So this is the direction I would go with Julia. I'll go the heel route that she did in Stardom. That's what I would do. But yeah, don't feed the trolls. They realized Julia was a dud. 1.7 likes. 1.7 thousand likes for that tweet. Crazy. Don't feed the trolls, folks. That's why I ask. I love Julia too. I'm a fan. I think she's awesome. Great worker. Great character work. I think she's great. What up, Sean? Whoever started the Hogan thing needs to pay for their online crime. I agree. They need to pay for them crimes. They need to pay, for real. It's been ridiculous. It's overused now. It was funny at first, but now it's just annoying. Not funny anymore. Took all the fun out of the Hogan stuff. Took all the fun out of it. Let me check Reddit real quick. If Io doesn't win at Mania, with the crowd starting to get behind her as a face, all the momentum beating Rhea Ripley that's completely gone, bury her, and she definitely go back to. Oh my God, that's hilarious. They were saying she'd go back to Japan a month ago, right? Now she's champion, but now she loses, she go out to Japan. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Io Sky being treated well, champion, he loves it in America. Winning matches at Mania is not that important. It's more about the storyline. So if the best storyline involves her losing, she should lose. I'm leaning towards her retaining. I think they have a different storyline prepared for Rhea Ripley and Bianca, so I don't think you need to worry. But even if she did lose, it's fine. I mean, we are way too sensitive when it comes to our faves and wins losses. It's more about booking. If you ask a wrestler, what do they care about? They care about TV time and the story. Okay, they don't care about wins losses. It's more about, am I on TV? Am I doing anything interesting and compelling and worthwhile? If not, you're in catering. That's a big fear. Not winning and losing. It's about being in catering, not being used at all. That's the big fear. But if you're being used, they don't really care that much about wins and losses. I'm telling you, they don't. It's about opportunities and being on the card, not being in catering. That's what it's about. They'll lose all day, but they want to be used. They want to be used. That's all. Any champions do you think missing Mania? Chelsea Green, missing Mania. That's the only one I will commit to. But if they do Jade Naomi, I wouldn't be shocked if also Lyra is off the card. So both mid-card belts for the women, Lyra and Chelsea Green, might be off. I would not be surprised with that. It's unfortunate, but I would not be surprised one bit. The Becky return, that Rihanna, I don't know why I did not consider that exactly. I've been saying online that I think Becky should return for the Lyra storyline as a heel. But I did not consider that Becky will return to save Lyra against Raquel and Liv. Because Liv was talking all that crap, so it makes sense that she come back to save Lyra while Liv tried to cheat for Raquel. That's not a bad spot. That's not a bad spot at all. Remember, when is Raquel Lyra happening? Has that been announced? Is that announced? Raquel Lyra. Has that match been announced for a Raw yet? Because if it is, I can see Becky returning to help Lyra fend off Liv. You have Liv and Raquel against Lyra and Becky. That'd be a decent program. That's a big program. That's a big program for Raquel and Liv, Becky and Lyra. And then, if I had it my way, Becky return on Lyra Kyria. You heal Becky. That's a good shout. That's a very good shout. Next week on Raw? Really? Is that confirmed? Is that confirmed? Why can't I find it? Raquel, Lyra. Can't find that confirmation anywhere.
Intercontinental Champion.
It is.
Lyra Valkyria. Lyra, when you made history fighting champ, and you have certainly lived up to that statement, congratulations on your successful defense last week against Ivy Nile.
Horrible. You've probably talked to her, right? Horrible. So this is very hard to admit, but she's damn good. She's very, very good, and she almost had me, but I'm still deserves.
We're going to see Bailey take on Raquel Rodriguez, two superstars who have made it pretty well known that they want a piece of you and that women's intercontinental championship. So what is your mindset as we get ready to watch this match?
Yeah, I am very invested in this match. I won't lie, I can't stop thinking about the fact that Bailey did beat me a few weeks ago, so I would love to right that wrong. But whether it's Bailey, whether it's Raquel, I'm more than prepared to put this title on the line against either one of them.
Well, again, congratulations for last week. Thank you for the time. Enjoy this match, and we'll send it back to ringside.
She's damn good. But I thought I signed up.
Rodriguez, two superstars who
deserves. And at the end of the day, that is what I signed up for.
Fair enough. Well, in a few minutes, we're going to see Bailey take on Raquel Rodriguez, two superstars.
They didn't say that the match would happen next week, or did I miss it? They didn't say anything about next week. I just missed it. I'll take your word for it. I'm sure it is. Either way, if it's next week, that is in Belgium. Maybe Becky travels to Belgium, and Becky shows up to get a big pop from the Belgium crowd by saving Lyra Valkyria. It'd be cool. That'd be a very, very cool thing to see. That's what I would do. As soon as Julia beats Stephanie for a title, who defeats Julia later? Is she a face or a heel? That'd be my next question to you. People don't want Dakota turning. I think Dakota turns eventually on Io, because if not, what is she doing? She's going to be Io's butt buddy partner forever? Or will she have her own ambitions, her own goals and aspirations? Like, what's going to happen there? Oh, they showed the graphic at the Raquel one? Okay, I'll take your word for it. I believe you. So we could have Becky Lynch might show up next week. If Raquel and Becky jump Lyra after the match, I'll be expecting to hear, "Whoa, whoa." That'd be crazy. What a moment. And then again, of course, she had to turn. Turns on Lyra after they deal with Bianca. I'm gonna say Bianca. After they deal with Raquel and Liv, then you have Becky turn. Tell me one good reason why Io should have a 3-month title. Oh, shouldn't. Why she shouldn't have a 3-month title reign? She should, depending on the storyline. Got no problem with her having a 3-month title reign. Story's good. Right now, I think she's gonna retain. I will lean toward her retaining anyway, so. Could Zarya beat Julia? Sure. I think Julia will probably be, I will want her to be a heel when she comes back, but sure. Sure. I'm trying to pull up that damn visual. I want to see the Raw that match is scheduled for next week. Not that I don't believe you, I just want to see it for myself because I don't know how I missed it. Don't know how. Missed that. Okay, let's see. deserves a long title reign and being booked because they ruined her first reign, man. Well, she's a heel, her first reign. But I agree with you. I think she's going to retain. I think she's going to retain right now. I think Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley will both be on the same level coming in and out of Mania. Let's see. Raquel wins. And see who shows up. Do you see more than 4 women matches at Mania? Let's see. Bianca, Io Rhea, Tiffany Charlotte, Jade Naomi. Yes. Yes. More than 4 this time around. That'd be a record, by the way. That'd be a record. But yes, I think it'd be more than 4. It has to be. It had to be. It has to be. There's no way around it. Liv and Raquel will have a presence on the show. Bianca will have a presence. Jade will have a presence. Charlotte will have a presence. 4 right there. I think they get another one on there. Unless they do. Lyra would be the odd woman out if they did that though. No Lyra. It'd be Jade, Naomi, Liv, Raquel, and a tag team. Maybe Becky and Lyra, right? That'll be that. It'd be 4, with Lyra being left off. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any match card showing Raquel versus Lyra next week. But maybe oh, there it is. No. You guys are wrong. You're wrong. Lied. Let's see. Check this out. I'm seeing Finn versus Dakota versus Ivy Now. I see Theory versus Jey Uso. I see Cena versus not versus, but with Cody Rhodes. I see no hold barred between Penta and Luva Kaiser. I don't see Lyra Raquel. This is what I see. Dakota, Lyra. This is Lyra. Dakota, Ivy Now. Does Lyra retain against Raquel? Yes, she does. Yeah, she definitely does. For sure. She does. Who will any of the next will any of the NXT talent be on the Women's Evolution pay-per-view? Yes, they would. Stephanie Vaquer, to be exact. Dom should be getting the opportunities and TV time Logan gets. Dom is way more entertaining. I think Logan Paul is working. For what it's worth, I think he's working. I think he's a good heel. I think he's doing good work. for the most part. All right, folks. Take one or two more questions. That's that. If Stephanie and Zelina tag team on the main roster would be amazing. That'd be good. I doubt it happens. I think they see her as a solo star, but we'll see. I don't think Triple H trusts Dom to be solo right now. I don't know about that. I think he likes his position. He wrestles solo all the time, though. He wrestles one-on-one all the time. I think he likes his position right now. Are people against Dakota Turn? I'm not. I think Dakota Kai needs a turn. You want her to be champion? She needs a turn. All right, go to sleep, David, because I'm out anyway. All right, folks. That's it for the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. As of right now, Dom does nothing until he's time to help Liv. Yeah, he is kind of Liv Morgan's helper right now. Maybe that'll change later on, but not right now. Thanks so much for joining me in the stream. Do me a favor, hit like on the stream. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll probably be streaming, not tomorrow. Could be spoilers tomorrow, right? Because the world will see SmackDown live during the day, and in America will watch it at night for the most part. So there'll be spoilers all around. So no stream tomorrow probably. I'll probably stream on Saturday maybe, but that'll be that. Liv should have been the one to beat Bianca Streak. Why, Flossie? Why? Beyond you being a Liv stan, and why? Tell me why. All right, folks. See you guys later. Peace.